And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to float this one deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Rush in. Rush in. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
A toss, left side, Johnson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. David Johnson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On second down, it's Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Now Gordon on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. To throw, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Towards the end zone for Brown. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown. 40 yards as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, Eckler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. We'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On third down, Rivers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rivers hands off to Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Rivers now. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Rivers. Allen has it, left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it third down. Now Charger kicker Mike Badgley on fourth down, coming out to try the field goal. Badgley's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot here before half for Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
We got this.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
They go to Johnson again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it brings up third down. Down, 180. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. No, check that, We got Mike 52. Smooth. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Here we go.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
93.
Carr, rush coming, and he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
93.
From the gun, Carr under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Carr. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
190, 380, load it. Load it. 2nd and 9 at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Like 56. Buffalo wall.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
I'm here all day. Tighten up. Left. Hey, Echo. 56 to Mike, boys. Hey, Delta. Hey, they scared. Mike's 56. Behind.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. On first down, Gordon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run on first down. Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip in with a second guy. Maybe you just...
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He was looking for Watkins that time. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Eckler, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On second and goal, Rivers. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Allen, the intended receiver. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
On first down, Gordon. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to throw, Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. So that a